This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
About to bring gold back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
And how sweet it is! A state gold medal for the Union Scotties!
And the Neshannock Lancers are your 2A softball champions. The trophy lifted high.
The 10th seed Union Scotties are WPIAA.
A championship story here.
And your 2023 WPIAA 2A Girls Champions, the Neshannock Wildcats.
The pitch from Bruce, here it comes. Look at this! Union wins it! Neshannock Union Scotties have rallied to win the WPIAL Championship.
The top all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
7 seconds. Work it down inside and alley-oop to John Good.
She'll strike it. And score!
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
It's first round action of the PIAA 3A Boys Basketball Tournament on the Lawrence County SportsNet along with the NFHS. Hi everyone, I'm Tim Continental. I'm with Eric Thomas as we get ready for tonight's game as we are at the Knights Castle in Franklin as the Franklin Knights will host the Neshannock Lancers in the first round matchup here. Both teams coming in overall record of 20-5, and it'll be an interesting matchup as this Knight team, as I got a chance to talk with head coach Jason Fulmer a little ahead of time, is a senior-laden team and has had one really long winning streak in section play, won 34 straight games before they lost in the District 10 championship this past week. So it is going to be a
game as you could have asked for this game because you're looking across the way, you're seeing some size matchups that could be a problem. Jackson Mazzocco, that's his idea right now. Just go in there, match up, get some rebounds, maybe clear some space out when they put him on the floor. I think that's one to watch. The other thing to watch, this Franklin team scores almost 80 points a game, and they've been almost unstoppable, especially the trio of Cole Buckley and Damon Curry, along with Jalen Wood. 391 made field goals between those three. They've tested themselves in the non-conference portion of their schedule. Mars, Mohawk, Aliquippa, Monito, all playoff teams, all great teams in the WPIAL and in District 9 and 10. This team looks like they're ready to go. They're ready to ascend. That's going to be a big challenge for Neshannock to overcome today. And if they go on a run, how does Neshannock respond? That's going to be the other thing. If this is a 5, 6, 7, 8 point spurt, do the Lancers have enough that they can hang around and not let that trio take over this game?
All right, let's take our first time out of the pregame, and when we return, we'll have interviews from both head coaches here from the Franklin Knights and the Neshannock Lancers. You're watching NFHS and the Lawrence County Sports Network.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Axe can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Axe today.
For more than 120 years, LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
West Virginia University is a place where learning is an adventure, inside and outside. You'll become an innovator, a boundary breaker, an earth shaker. Choose your circle from 30,000 fellow mountaineers, and choose your path from hundreds of majors and minors. In a community that feels small, and you'll use this to get to class. You'll have room to find your people, your passions, and your purpose, because we're a place where everyone fits. This is WVU. This is home.
Welcome back to our pregame show, an opportunity to talk to Jason Fulmer, head coach of the Franklin Knights. And coach, you've had a real successful year, undefeated in your section. Just talk about what the Knights have achieved so far this season.
Yeah, so and a big group of seniors, right? 8 seniors. Had a little bit let down in the District 10 finals, but ultimately, a very successful season. This group's reeled off 34 straight region wins. Really rocking and rolling in the playoffs, and kind of got tripped up. So good week of practice, and ready to get back on the horse and go make a run.
When you get tripped up like that, does it kind of refocus? Not that you had a problem focusing, but does it bring a little more energy to your team?
Yeah, so, I feel like we get caught in a trap a little bit. These seniors have won 3 District 10 titles in a row. And then the 4th one, we ran into a buzzsaw, perfect storm. Gerard did a great job. They were ramped up. And maybe that particular night, they wanted a little bit more than us.
Let's talk about tonight's game against Neshannock. What do you see out of Neshannock, and what do the Knights need to do to be successful?
Yeah, so Neshannock's a nice basketball team, right? So they shoot the ball very well. All 5 guys on the floor can go shoot it. You can go look at their numbers, and that speaks volumes, right? They're playing in the Whippeal, right? 25 in record. They're battle tested through the Whippeal playoffs, right? They lost a couple of heartbreakers back to back, but in Anderton's what makes them go. Number 11, the Quat kid, he's a very nice player. He's a sophomore. But their role players can shoot it, and they're effective. They like to go play physical. It should be a great game.
Talk about your starting 5 tonight.
So, we start out with Jalen Wood, my point guard, about 18 points a game. He's our chip in the shoulder guy. He's the grinder. And Damon Curry, 6'5". Looks like Dame's getting back, right? He's getting right, coming off a toe injury a couple weeks ago. So it looks like he's about 100% and physically and mentally. Cole Buckley, our grinder. DeMarco Payne, great senior year. Shooting the ball really good. The other night against Gerard, 18. And then Drayden Payne, he's just our absolute grind guy. He's going to go get the boards at 5'10". It doesn't look like it. And he just goes and hammers offensive rebounds, goes finishes around the rim, and our best defender.
Coach, best of luck in the PIAA playoffs.
Hey, thank you very much.
That's Coach Jason Fuller of Franklin, and we'll be back right after this.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Congratulations to our February LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Union Girls Basketball as the February LCAP Team of the Month after winning their back-to-back WPIAL 1A championship. Congratulations to Coach Rob Nogue and the Union Lady Scots basketball team, our February LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Bobby Fadden of Mohawk Basketball as the February LGKG Red Zone Male Athlete of the Month. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Tessa Codalissi as the February LGKG Red Zone Female Athlete of the Month. Congratulations and best of luck to Mohawk's Bobby Fadden and Laurel's Tessa Codalissi as the LGKG Athletes of the Month, presented by the Red Zone. Back here in the pregame show, get a chance to talk with the Neshannock coach John Corey here before their game against Franklin. Hey, Coach, it's another playoffs, a brand new season yet again. Just talk about the team mentality coming into today's Saturday afternoon game.
Yeah, obviously very excited. Coming off of, last year's good run, extended season. We've been here before, and, these guys are excited.
What do you do when you have this 9-10 day layoff? What is it that you do to keep the kids up and going in this long layoff?
Yeah, well, we went to Avalon and hit the golf simulators. We did some. We had a scrimmage, stopped at Permanis on the way home. So we tried to do some fun stuff. It's been such a long break. So we did a lot of that stuff. But we've also had 5 or 6 really good practices, and just try to keep them focused, try to keep them fresh. Stay injury-free, and, we've had it's been a long 10 days, but it's been a good 10 days.
talk about the Franklin Knights here that you're going to be facing. Just talk about what you see from them on tape.
Yeah, very talented. They got 4 guys that are scoring in double digits. So we have our work, cut out individually with them. But the other big thing is that they've got 8 seniors that all play. They got a ton of experience. Franklin's a very proud, basketball program. So, like I said, we have our hands full, and we're going to have to play really well defensively, to come out here with a win.
How about offensively? What's the biggest key you're going to be looking at today?
Yeah, I just got to take care of the basketball. We talk a lot about value in the basketball, and each trip, let's try to, make the most of it. And, our last couple games, we've done that. We've taken care of the ball, and, our last game, I think we had 5 turnovers against Mohawk and stuff like that. So, I think we're getting it. It's just about putting the ball in the hole.
All there's to it, Coach. Go get him. Best of luck tonight.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks, man.
Thank you. That's Coach John Corey of the Neshannock Lancers. Tip-off coming here in just a few minutes. District 7, 4th place Neshannock, and District 10, runner-up Franklin here on the Lawrence County SportsNet video stream on NFHS Network. Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
Cold winds blowing, temperatures dropping, and snow is beginning to fall. And then your furnace goes out. LCAP's LIHEAP Crisis Program is here to help. If your furnace is blowing cold air, not turning on, or not reaching the desired temperature, help is right around the corner, whether it needs fixed or replaced. For information, call the Department of Healthy Homes at 724-656-0090. LCAP's Healthy Home programs are the key to safer living.
And today's broadcast is brought to you by the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership and with the BMF Tax Financial, servicing small, medium, and large businesses and individual focus for business building financial legacy. Visit them online at bmftax.com and become a BMF with your taxes. As we're just a few minutes away here from tip-off here, Eric, and this is going to be an interesting game. As we mentioned earlier, we got a very senior-laden Franklin team who has had a lot of success in their time on the floor. And you got a Neshannock team kind of learning as they go. They had a big run last year. They've run into kind of a hiccup here in the last 2 games, but they're looking like, again, to bounce back. Kind of heard what Coach Corey had to say prior to the game.
And 4 of the guys that start for Franklin all average double figures, too, so that's a big problem. From a defensive standpoint, if you're Neshannock on the other side, I think just balance for this Neshannock team. I mean, we talked about Franklin, scoring almost 80 points a game. Neshannock scored almost 70, so we know that they can pour in points. I think we need to see a big game from Talon Anderton. He really wasn't a factor in that game against Mohawk last week. Started, left early in the game. We didn't see him the rest of the way. And that was a game where Jake Rinn and David Quat really tried to take that thing over. It's important, I think, for one of those guys, Anderton in particular, maybe to get off to a hot start this afternoon.
All right, we'll take a moment and pause now for tonight's national anthem.
And now, will everyone please stand for the singing of our national anthem by Hallie Curry and Sophie Beach.
We are at the Knights Castle in Franklin for the first round of today's, I should say, PIAA first round championship in 3A. And now it's tonight's starting lineups being introduced on the floor for the Neshannock Lancers. It is Anthony Bonner. We got Quake. Oh. Yeah, Anthony Bonner. We got Quake. We got Jake Wren, Taylon Anderton, and LJ Key. For the Franklin Knights, tonight's starters will be number 0, DeMarco Payne, Cole Buckley, wearing number 4. Number 5 is Jalen Wood. Number 15 is Draylon Wood. And number 33 is Damon Curry. As it will be a Davey Quat is the guy we talked about previously and didn't get a lot of action in the previous game against Mohawk. It looks like it's going to be important for him to, that's Taylon Anderson I was talking about. Didn't get a lot of minutes in the previous game. It's going to be necessary for Davey Quat to have somebody else to work with here tonight.
And, when he went out of the game against Mohawk last week, Tim, Jake Wren really stepped up, and he was effective at getting to the bucket. One of the things I noticed about this gym, too, is you look at it, if you're watching the video feed, this is a very tight gym.
Yes.
And when you're on the floor, it doesn't feel like it takes a long time to walk from one side to the other. And you wonder sometimes about the spacing that these teams will, if you haven't played here before, where Franklin's played, 18 games here on this floor this season, Neshannock hasn't. This is a very tight space. You wonder about the spacing of these teams, how they're going to, play the sidelines, play the end lines. They're in a lot of room to move around. Is that going to affect maybe their mindset a little bit, how they attack the basket? That's something to watch early on. Is it going to affect their shooting? They feel like maybe they're constricted a little bit when they're on wings and things like that. It's going to be interesting to watch how this plays out early. And, you say all that, and maybe you throw it out the door, and these teams just go at it and win an 85-84 type game, whatever. We know they're capable of scoring points like that.
All right, we're getting ready for tonight's tip-off. 8 minutes on the clock as we get ready for basketball time here from Franklin, as it is the Lancers and the Knights. And the Knights will control the tip. Knights in white, trimmed with red numbers. As they bring the ball up with Jalen Wood. Now they're working down inside, get it to Curry. Curry's going to make a move, go to the hoop, and get fouled. And that will put Damon Curry at the line looking for the first points of tonight's game.
I mean, we haven't played 13 seconds and we got a foul already. That's an indication of how this thing's going to get called. The rest of the way, buckle up.
Curry's first shot from the line is up and good.
Straight man for Neshannock when they started the game, too, which not uncharacteristic for them to do, but you wonder how long that's going to stay if they maybe have to go to a zone if these guys start lighting it up from 3.
Curry splits the pair and rebound there by Neshannock as they bring the ball up. With the ball is Bonner, goes to Keith. Back outside to Bonner, drive right baseline, throw across court. They'll work it around the winner. It'll go into the backcourt, run down there by Anderton, but it's going to be a turnover to Franklin with 7:23 remaining here in the first quarter.
Franklin throwing out Curry up top to guard the ball. Longer wingspan, tallest player on the floor for either team. Neshannock, the right idea to move the ball around the wing, look for the open shooter, get it away from that tall wingspan.
And they're going to try an alley-oop coming in, and it was just too tall for the receiver there, and Cole Buckley, and goes out of bounds, so it will go right back to the Lancers, and they'll inbound it from the far side. So Taylor Anderton with the ball as he crosses the timeline, goes over to Bonner. Back top of the key to Keith. Keith drives down the left side. And it's going to be a whistle and a foul. They're going to get I believe they're going to get this one on Draylon Wood. That's his first. And they'll throw it in from underneath the basket. They get it in to Quat. Quat brings it back out. Now goes left side. Gives it over to Wood. Wood dribbling with the left hand. Down with the right, drives into the lane, throws it back out. Behind the arc is Keith, gives it over to Anderton, top of the key, shot taken, no good. Run down in the corner there by Neshannock as Allison in the ball game makes a nice play in the corner, saving it, and he'll stay with the Lancers.
Already 3 fouls called in the early minute. We haven't even played 2 minutes yet. Some tight whistles here early on, but again, good job by Neshannock to work the ball around, find the open shooter. That's 2 times they've had the right idea and a guy that was open. At least they got the shot off that time.
Bonner pass outside into the corner, and they'll work it back up to Keith. Keith with the ball, top of the key. Keith dribbles with the right hand down into the lane, stops, throws across court, and it's going to be knocked up and saved going out of bounds, but he's going to be pushed there by Draylen Wood. That'll be his second here in the first 3 minutes of this, 2.5 minutes, I should say, of play.
Yeah, Drayden Payne picking up the quick fouls. And this is a little messy here early on with these whistles. I mean, 4 fouls, not even 2 minutes gone. Not trying to be critical of the officials here, but you don't want to see tight games in these spots. You want the players on the floor deciding it. Right now, you got fouls right and left, an indication of how this game might get called the rest of the way.
Quad with the ball in the right wing. Quad inside the arc, now back out. Give it up top to Bonner. Bonner stops his dribble, throws cross court to Keith in the left wing. Drives down baseline, now gives it back out and blocked. Picked up there by Bonner, throws it inside to Allison. Allison going to go up strong, and he's going to be blocked again by Curry. Curry's going to save the ball and hit it off of Keith and goes out of bounds. So he'll stay with Franklin now with 5:47 here to play. 1-0's our score.
How about the effort by Franklin defensively that time? Not 1 but 2 blocks and getting out there to contest those shots on the perimeter and that wingspan. And there's another.
Wow.
Look, this is getting a little ticky-tack early on. And these guys are getting too whistle happy in this game early on. And we've played almost 3 minutes. There is no flow to this game right now because these guys are calling tight whistles.
They get it in, get it over to Buckley. Buckley spins into the lane, takes the runner, takes it to the hole. Good. 3-0 Franklin. Anderton brings the ball up. Anderton into the lane, now throws it back out. Give it over to Bonner, go over to Allison, throws it back into the corner. They work it out to Keith on the left wing. Keith hands it back off. It's Quat for 3. Front of the rim, no good. Ball's loose. Allison with the rebound. Gives it over to Keith. Gives it back up. They work it into Quat. Quat down the lane. Shot, and he's going to get fouled. And he'll go to the line shooting 2 here for Neshannock with 5:05.
There's the penetration. Buckley, we're seeing the wingspan of this Franklin team, the taller team, becoming a factor early in this game on the defensive end with the 2 blocks, and then Buckley with the penetration on that last possession.
So Davey Quad puts the first one through for the first point here for the Lancers. Quad looks and shoots and puts them both in. And it's 3-2 with 5:05 here to play first quarter. Bringing the ball up is Jalen Wood. Wood with the ball, drives into the lane. Jump skips, pass outside. 3 taken, up and good by DeMarco Payne. And it's 6-2. With the ball is Keith. Keith down the lane is going to have the ball tied up as reaching in and making that play for Franklin.
See the penetration and the kick out to the corner. Nobody able to react to that shot. Payne giving a little jawing back up the court. He was confident with that shot.
And they'll get it into Keith. Keith bounce pass inside. Allison tries to save it and does. Gives it right back to Keith. Keith drives into the lane, spins, gets into position, goes off the glass for 2.
Excellent job to use that body and muscle his way inside for LJ Keith. And he's been the tweak in this lineup. Started last week. That was one of the things that they changed up going into that consolation.
They work inside. Shot taken there by Buckley. Not good. They get it back out. It's Wood for 3. Good. That's Jalen Wood for the 3. And it's 9-4 Franklin.
These guys are feeling it right now, shooting the ball. You're seeing very confident shots from this Franklin team.
Anderson misses the money, goes back up with his own rebound, puts it in. So Allison with his first 2 of the game, and it's 9-6. Curry with the ball, throws cross court, gets it over to Payne. Payne trapped there underneath the basket, gets it inside. They'll go off the glass, and 2 there for Finland.
Franklin's missed 1 shot here early on.
As they get it into Bonner. Bonner throws pass inside to Allison, and Allison's going to travel with the ball and turn it over with 3:30 here, and that is the under 4 timeout. With 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the first, it's 11-6 Franklin. This is the Lawrence County SportsNet and NFHS.
When injuries get you sidelined, don't trust just anyone to get you back on the field. Visit Health in Motion Physical Therapy in Shenango Township. They want to get you back to the top of your game as quickly as possible with certified orthopedic and manual therapies. At Health in Motion, you receive quality one-on-one time with a board-certified physical therapist. Get the next generation of physical therapy to help in your recovery. Health in Motion is the first PT clinic in Western Pennsylvania to use the Nuvie, the neurobioelectric stimulator, in their therapies. Their technologies can reduce your time on the sideline from 3 or 4 weeks to just 3 or 4 days. Don't wait for months to see improvement. Notice a difference after your first visit to Health in Motion, keeping you moving.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss. They're not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice they deserve.
Welcome back here to the Knights Castle with the Franklin Knights leading 11-6 here with 3:30 to play in the first quarter. On the court for Franklin will be Cole Buckley, Jalen Wood, Curry, Finland, and it looks like also Payne. Buckley with the ball. Buckley top of the key. He drives down the lane. He stops his dribble. He's going to be double teamed and now gives it back out. They work it underneath. They find Finland underneath and up and good for 2. Will Finland on the board now, and it's a 13-6 run here for the Knights. Bonner with the ball. Backs it back out. Bonner gives it over to Quat. Quat top of the key now. Guarded there by Curry. Gives it over to Anderton. Anderton's pass is going to be pipped off there by the Lancers as they get it back up, and it's on the ground. Now it's going to lose. Curry's going to come away with it for Franklin. Curry outlet pass. Gives it out to Payne. Payne for 3. Good. Payne with the second tray, and we got a timeout on the court here. A 30-second timeout taken by Neshannock as a big run here for the Franklin Knights. They lead by 10, 16-6, as DeMarco Payne has 2 threes in the game, and it's really just been the defense causing some turnovers early here for Franklin to get this lead.
3 turnovers in the last couple of minutes, and Tim, the only thing you're not seeing Franklin assert itself on right now is the glass, but that's because they're shooting 6 of 7 from the floor in this first quarter.
Yeah,
they can't miss right now. Neshannock's got more rebounds, but Franklin has missed 1 basket the entire opening salvo here. Very sharp. They're a good team. They're a confident team. You can just tell the way they shoot the ball how confident these guys are, especially DeMarco Payne. I mean, that kid, he is looking to shoot every time he touches the ball. Good passing, especially from the big Curry. And this is going to be a tall task, and now we're seeing Neshannock come back with some size inside, and Jackson Mazzocco. I think they need to clear out some space in that paint, let some of these guys penetrate.
They get it over to Bonner on the right wing. Bonner goes left side, get it over to Quad. He'll drive into the lane, has room, takes it to the hole, gets the... they're going to call a charge. I thought that he was going to get the and one, but no. They're going to get a charge on Quad, and that'll be his first.
Well, they did the right thing. I mean, you're seeing Mazzocco in there, but that's a rough call. I mean, Quad is basically off balance as he's shooting the ball, and not even really, he's drawing the contact from the defender, not the other way around.
Finn with the ball, top of the key, gives it over to Wood. Wood drives inside, and he traveled with the ball, and they'll turn it back over to the Lancers with 2:07 here to play in the first quarter.
You know, you try so hard because they have the toughest job on the court, the men in the stripes, and I respect the job they do, but if you're going to call this game like this,
it's going to be a long day.
It's going to be a really long afternoon.
Bonner with the ball as he backs it off behind the arc on top of the key. Drives left side, takes it to the hole, goes off the glass, and another charge. Wow.
You got to be kidding me.
No. That is the second charge back-to-back against the Lancers.
How is a shooter off balance getting called for a charge? I mean, guys, come on.
Well, the whistles continue to get used here in the first quarter.
If you bolt into the defender and he is in position, I understand it fundamentally, textbook, what the call is. But if you're off balance, you're being altered somehow, and that's because the defender is the one contacting you.
Payne takes a shot. No good. Rebound there by the Lancers. Quat brings it out, gets it into the corner. Sopko with the shot taken, no good. Rebound there by Curry. Curry on the move. Curry into the lane, throws it back out. And Payne now gets it, and it's going to be intercepted there by Wren. He'll outlet it to Anderton. Anderton takes it to the hole, up the glass, and good for two.
See what I mean, Tim?
Yeah.
That's more of a charge on that play by Anderton, and it was a good no call than the other two that they called.
I agree. As Curry takes it down the lane and puts it up and in for two.
He is a slick player, man. His reach and the way he runs the floor.
Wood knocks the ball away.
Yeah, look at this, the replay if you're watching us, and this is a great no call. I'm in total favor of the no call, but you can't call the other two and let that one go.
No, exactly. Anderton with the ball as he crosses the timeline. Anderton goes left side, gets it over to Quat. Deep three, top of the key. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound there by Franklin. They're going to outlet the pass, and Eskin couldn't handle it, and it goes out of bounds. They'll go back over to the Lancers. Lancers trailing by 10 with 34 seconds remaining here in the first. They get it into Anderton. Goes over to Quat. Quat looking inside now, throws it back up to Anderton. Down to 25 seconds. Anderton spins into the lane, throws it in to be intercepted there by the Franklin Knights as they get it out to Buckley. Buckley bounce pass inside, off the glass, rolled, no good. Shot taken there by Eskin.
Yeah, it's out of bounds on Neshannock. They on the rebound.
Well, it hit the baseline. So Franklin will throw it in from underneath the basket.
Slick play, though. Franklin's an excellent passing team. He can leak him behind everybody. Nobody played with him, and he was able to get loose for what looked like a great shot.
They drive baseline. They're going to hit the foot on the baseline and turn it over with 11 seconds remaining. So see if the Lancers can trim into this 10-point lead here before the quarter ends.
Interesting that it's been on that side of the floor where Franklin's shooting, that it's been feeling like a tight quarters. It's their home floor.
They get it down underneath, and shot taken there by Mazzocco. Been knocked out of bounds, and that's the end of the first quarter. A 10-point lead here for Franklin. You're watching NFHS and Lawrence County Sports Network.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measel will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet. 8 minutes on the clock as we enter the second quarter. Franklin will throw it in at midcourt. Curry will have the honors to start the second quarter.
Franklin 70% from the floor in that first quarter, and Neshannock just 3 of 8. Lancers out-rebounded him 6-3, but 0 for 4 from downtown.
Buckley goes into the lane, and he's going to get called for travel as he turned the corner getting to the hoop.
Again, it's tight in that space there, but I'm sort of amused that Franklin's the one that's having the problem with the dimensions of the court earlier.
Sopko's pass is picked off there by Curry. Curry down the left lane, takes it to the hole, shot off the glass. And he is no good, but he is fouled. And that'll put Curry back at the line, who's 1 of 2 at the line here tonight.
Franklin also, by the way, in that first quarter, 3 for 3 from distance.
So Curry's first shot is up and good. Damon Curry feeling his presence early in this ballgame defensively, using his size and wingspan to really cause some havoc for the Lancers. He hits them both. And it's a 20-8 lead.
Had that block early in the first quarter and really been standing tall in the paint. They still have Mazzocco in there, but those two are not matched up on this side of the floor.
Keith gets it inside, throws it out to Wren. Wren from the baseline, shot off the backboard, no good. Rebound there by Wood. Wood brings it up. Jalen with the ball, works it inside, goes off the glass for 2. Jalen Wood on the scoreboard again. 22-8. Franklin with the lead. Quat with the ball. Quat stops his dribble on the right side. Gives it over to Mazzocco. Mazzocco brings it back out. Almost stolen by Curry. Picked up there by Keith. Keith drives it outside. The Quat drives down the right baseline. Off the glass and good for 2. Davey Quat getting back on the scoreboard. And it's 22-10.
Yeah, Neshannock needed that. You're seeing a lot of contesting by Franklin on the other end defensively.
Ball on the ground is going to be picked up there by Quat. Quat on the move. Down the lane, on the right side, takes it to the hole, rolls the rim, no good. Wins there for the rebound, shot taken, no good. Picked up there by Curry for Franklin. Curry on the move, drives into the lane, and there's the charge call. Good positioning there by L.J. Keith as he was in the right position, the right time there for the Lancers.
2 fouls now on Curry. Payne's got 2 fouls, Drayden Payne. 2 fouls for Quat on the other end for Neshannock. So already, and no real need to panic just yet. I mean, you pick a third up early in this second quarter, and then maybe you got some issues, but they take Curry out.
As they drive inside, it is Keith shot taken, no good. Rebound there by Wren. As he fights for it, they're going to get a tie-up. Yes. And it'll stay with the Lancers.
You know, and I was just going to say, without Curry in the game and Mazzocco still out there, Jackson Mazzocco for Neshannock, now's the time to take advantage of not having the big fella in there.
And they get it right to Mazzocco, and he's blocked from behind there by Eskin. As he'll bring the ball up. Gavin Eskin with the ball, gives it over to Payne. DeMarco Payne works inside, has the ball passed out to Buckley. Buckley spins into the lane, takes it to the hole, up and good. Buckley with 4 here tonight. And it's 24-14. Franklin with the lead.
He really knows how to use his upper body to separate and that longer wingspan. He's
Wren
a
with
good-looking
it.
player.
Drives into the lane, throws it back out to Quat. Quat inside the lane, takes the shot, no good. Ball batted around, picked up there by Payne as he brings the ball up. As they get it into the lane, off to the right side to Buckley, and he puts it in for 2. 26-10. And this is a full timeout.
Tim Neshannock right now can't find a shot in this second quarter. Franklin is 10 of 13 shooting right now. That includes, again, 3 of 3 from downtown, but look at how they're living at the bucket and these high percentage shots in the first half. Neshannock just doesn't have an answer for it right now. You have such a problem inside with when Curry's out there with the longer wingspan, but Buckley himself showing that he's got the ability to separate. He's 6'3". Doesn't look all that big when you look at him, you know, from a top here, but down on the floor and you're a shorter team and you have to try to contend with that, and that's why he's able to use that wingspan to separate guys and get those easy looks inside. They run the floor so well too, Franklin. I mean,
they really do.
Oh, it's like poetry watching them get up and down the floor, and they're passing and the anticipation with the passing. On defense, they are reacting so fast. You're seeing sometimes Neshannock have to thread between two players just to feed somebody who's guarded by two more. The way they're moving on defense and the way they run the floor is just, it's really fun to watch.
Yeah, that's a trademark of head coach Jason Fulmer for Franklin. I had the privilege of covering him earlier in his career here at Franklin. At the ball with this Quat. Quat brings it back out. Quat going to drive down the right side. Now pull it back up. Give it back out to Anderton. Drives from the left side, and we're going to get a blocking foul against Franklin. And that will go against Eskin.
And Neshannock trying to get to the bucket. And I like the idea of doing that without having the big in there in Curry for Franklin. You got to take advantage of it when you can. Outside's not open as Anderton misses the front end. Outside's not open for you right now because the way this Franklin team reacts defensively. So just go at the bucket.
Second shot by Anderton is up and good. Anderton with 3 here tonight, and it's 26-11. Jalen Wood with the ball, brings it across the timeline. He's going to have the ball stripped away and picked up there by the Lancers. They get it out to Keith. Keith off the glass, and that's going to be goaltending against Buckley. And that will give him 2 points for the Lancers, and it's 26-13.
Buckley and Keith both having a chuckle as they are matched up against one another on the baseline. But how about the reaction by Buckley to get back to the floor? And
ball's going to be stripped away again by the Lancers. Bring it back up, give it to Keith. Keith drives inside, makes a move, gets his own lost ball, but loses control and picked up there by Wood. Wood brings it across, gets it into the corner, and we get a 3 try, no good. Buckley gets the rebound. He'll turn around and shoot, up and good. Buckley now with 8 here tonight, and it's 28-13. Franklin with the lead, 4:33 remaining here in the second.
First missed 3 of the afternoon for Franklin. Really no surprise, though, that they work inside, get the rebound. They're really doing a good job controlling the glass here in this second quarter.
Bonner with the ball, drives into the lane. He'll stop, give it back out to Keith. Keith finds Allison. Allison looking to make a move inside. Now gets it back out, and what are they going to call, 3 seconds? Yep. 3 seconds against Allison. And they'll turn the ball back over to the Knights with 4:09 here to play in the second quarter.
And without Curry on the floor for Franklin, they haven't really lost anything either. In the way of rebounding, but also offensively. I mean, they've been able to extend this lead without one of their best players on the floor. That's impressive.
Bounce pass goes out to Wood. They work it inside. Buckley with it. Buckley turns and shoots, and good from inside now. Leads all scores with 10. 30-13 lead here for Franklin.
He can just extend and shoot over top of the defense. That's the issue that Neshannock's had in this game. That wingspan, that reach by Franklin.
Anderton drives into the lane and gets fouled.
Landed on his ankle.
Yeah.
Too. He is not able to put weight on it.
As he hops all the way over to the bench, and we're going to take a timeout. You're watching NFHS high school basketball coverage through the Lawrence County SportsNet.
BMF Tax and Financial provides businesses and individual tax prep, advising, and consulting. With over 10 years of experience, BMF Tax provides you with big firm expertise with small firm service.
I'm Brandon Fisher, owner of BMF Tax and Financial. Together, we will help you get a better understanding of your taxes and build a relationship along the way. At BMF Tax, I want to take the stress away from taxes and allow you to focus on what you do best.
Call or visit bmftax.com to set up a free consultation. BMF Tax and Financial. Taxes made simple, life made easy.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
3 minutes, 43 seconds remaining coming out of the under 4 timeout. The Lancers will throw it in, and pressure shown here by the Franklin Knights in the backcourt.
12-5 in this quarter so far. Neshannock's got to find buckets, and that's not the way to do it.
As Franklin gets the ball as they bring it in. Bringing it up is Jalen Wood. As they work it around, it's going to be Payne from outside for 3. No good. Rebound on the ground. Picked up there by Wren. Wren on the move, spins as he gets into the lane, throws it out to Bonner, gives it back up to Sopko. Drives inside, takes it to the hole, lays it off the glass. No good. Ball batted around, picked up there by Jalen Wood for Franklin. Wood on the move, drives inside. What the move hand? Switching from left to right for 2.
Oh, they say on the inbound, stepping over the line.
Oh, wow.
To inbound it. That's a misfortunate. How many problems have there been in this area down on the floor, almost in that exact spot in this first half?
Replay doesn't quite show that.
These teams are just having a nightmare on that baseline, both of them.
You got that end zone seating here, too. So it's very tight underneath the baseline. Get it into Buckley on a little alley-oop, up and good as he gets it in. Buckley now with 12 here in the first half. Sopko with the ball. Gives it over to Bonner. Bonner drives into the lane, throws it back out to Quat. Quat dribbling with it behind the arc, top of the key. Now goes left to Wren. Wren will try a deep 3. High arcing, back of the rim. No good. Rebound there by Wood. Outlet it to Payne. Payne takes it to the hole. Shot taken, no good. But Payne is fouled. And DeMarco Payne will be shooting at the line here for Franklin.
Curry's back out there for Franklin, too. They're really trying to extend this here before the half with these bigger guys on the floor. And Neshannock is going to come back with Jackson Mazzocco as expected to try to combat some of that size.
So Payne's first shot rattles the rim and falls away. No good.
You know what I notice about him when he shoots, though, Tim, is it's such a quick trigger when he, ball's in his hand, gone.
Yes,
I mean,
very quick.
He is such a confident shooter. As soon as that ball hits the palm of his hands, it's almost gone and on the way.
Back of the rim, no good. Buckley with the tap out, and they're going to get it back to Franklin. They get it over to Payne. Looks inside, it's going to ball be tapped away, and they're going to get a reach-in foul against the Lancers. I think they're going to get this against Wren. No,
this is on Franklin.
Oh, it's on Franklin. Okay. It's going to be against DeMarco Payne.
Yeah, the ball poked from behind. Jackson Mazzocco went to go get it, and then Payne reaching across. I'm not really sure that he had full possession of it, but if you're in Neshannock, whatever, take advantage of it right now.
Exactly. Bonner with the ball, goes over to Sopko. Work it down to Mazzocco to the baseline. Wren drives underneath, and he's going to step on the baseline, and they'll turn it back over to Franklin.
This was one of my top concerns. Anderton's back in. Good to see that for Neshannock. This was one of my concerns, and we talked about it in the lead up to the tip of this game. The spacing on this floor. How many times have guys had an issue on that end line? You are right up against the wall. It's almost like there's no room to move. And that has been a problem for both sides in this first half.
Wood with the ball as they work it around.
And that's surprising.
Buckley inside the arc, takes the jumper, front of the rim, no good. Rebound there by Franklin. They go back up strong, no good. Mazzocco comes away with the athletes of the Sopko over to Quat. Quat back out, and the ball can be ricocheted away. Buckley's going to come down with it. Buckley lays it up and in.
There was just minimal effort by Quat there to go after that ball. He didn't feel Buckley coming from behind, and Buckley, being aggressive, went right after it and took it to the hole with ease.
Sopko with the ball, looks inside to Mazzocco. Bounce pass out to Quat for 3. Good. Davey Quat gets the Lancers back on the board. It's 36-16. Franklin with the 20-point lead as they get it back out. They work it around. Graham with the ball now, gives it back up to Wood. That is Jalen Wood. Over to Payne, top of the key. Back out over to Graham. Graham gives it back to Buckley as they work some of the clock behind the arc. Down to 58 seconds. Buckley with the ball. Gives it back out to Wood. Drives inside. He's going to be up and down. No travel called. And the ball will go into the hands of the Lancers. Anderton gets it out to Quad. He'll try a three. No good. And the ball's going to be battered around, and we're going to whistle underneath.
It's on Payne. That's his third.
That is
tough foul call.
That's on Draylon Wood.
That's a tough foul call late in the quarter.
And as you mentioned, that's his third. It was 41.6 seconds remaining here in the second. Mazzacco shot, back of the rim, no good. And a little frustration showing here by the Lancers.
Yeah, they've played hard, but this Franklin team just so aggressive defensively and spacing again. They're clogging lanes, controlling the glass. 1 and 2 there from Mazzacco. It's been a tough afternoon.
Wood bounce pass, gives it over to Payne. Payne with the ball, down into the corner. As they work it down, up, out to Buckley. He's going to try a three this time. Back of the rim, no good. Ball on the ground, into the corner, saved by Payne. Gives it back out to Wood. Jalen Wood with the ball inside the arc, now bounces out into the corner. Wood with the ball down to 10 seconds as they work it around. Give it over to Graham. Graham's blast is going to be picked off, but he runs it back down. Give it out to Wood. Deep three. Back of the rim. No good. And that will hear the buzzer to end the second quarter. But a good, successful quarter here for Franklin as they extend their lead. It's now 36-17 lead over Neshannock. And in a very impressive first half here for the Franklin Knights at home. Taking full advantage of knowing the court and knowing what to do. A very senior-laden team. Let's take our timeout. We are at halftime here in Franklin. 36-17. Franklin leads Neshannock. You're watching NFHS and listening to on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Right now, someone very special needs your help. This is Jack Lynn, CEO of City Rescue Mission. No one is beyond God's love and care. One person's life can affect another. Though you may never meet this person, you can make a difference in his or her life. Hurting men and women in our community desperately need food, shelter, and physical and spiritual care. Some are struggling with abuse and addiction. They feel alone, unloved, and forgotten. Individual, caring people provide their hope. You can help change the lives of men, women, and children. Visit cityrescuemission.org and help us today.
Congratulations to our February LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Union Girls Basketball as the February LCAP Team of the Month after winning their back-to-back WPIAA 1A championship. Congratulations to Coach Rob Nogay and the Union Lady Scots basketball team, our February LCAP Team of the Month.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day? You guys ready?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
coast to coast and every state between. X marks the spot, as Max Preps is your source for everything high school sports. From schedules, roster stats, live scores, video highlights, photos, playoff brackets, to award programs that recognize the hard-working athletes across the country. Max Preps gives you access to every team, every game, and every player. Get in the know today by downloading the Max Preps app, available in both the iTunes and Google Play Store. Or visit maxpreps.com, America's source for high school sports.
For more than 120 years, people have relied on Martindale-Hubbell's preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
Today's broadcast on the Lawrence County SportsNet is brought to you by BMF Tax Financial. Brandon Fisher wants to help you learn more about taxes and help you gain control over your finances. Follow him on Facebook, BMF Tax, and check out his videos on how you can become a BMF with your taxes. We are at halftime here at Franklin, and the Franklin Knights are showing why they've had such a successful year this season, 20-5, coming into tonight's game, as they now lead here at halftime 36-17 over Neshannock. And I don't want to say they were shell-shocked, Eric, but once they got out to that early lead, it's like Neshannock was just caught kind of flat-footed in the first quarter, and it's really been tough for them to find their footing here in the first half.
Yeah, Franklin hasn't let them up for air. In fact, Franklin shooting 15 of 24 in the first half. Neshannock just 5 of 8. Rebounds about even, 13-10 in favor of Franklin, but three-point shooting. So Franklin didn't make one in the second quarter. They still finished the half 3 of 6. Neshannock 1 of 6. Big difference in this game, if you ask me, is the defense for Franklin and the way they just are after everything. I mean, again, clogging lanes, 2 guys, a lot of times active hands, active arm span, trying to deflect passes right up in the shirt of guys who have the ball, not allowing a whole lot of deep shots from Neshannock. Controlling the glass inside better in the second quarter. They just haven't let Neshannock up for any kind of air, and I really thought the stretch where Curry was on the bench, and they didn't lose anything. They extended the lead with one of their best players on the bench. That's an impressive performance in the second quarter, especially by Buckley, who had 12 of his 14 in the quarter. He was fantastic, really, when Curry went out and took this game over.
Yeah, Cole Buckley has just been impressive. He got all of them basically inside the paint. He took that 1-3 in the second quarter, but it was a little long on that. But he's done all his damage underneath, either getting offensive bounds and going back up, or just getting feeds and spinning into the lane and putting himself maybe about 4 to 6 feet from the hoop and making these shots, Eric. I think, really, when you look at what he has done, has been really impressive. And then looking at Neshannock, I mean, Davey Quad has 7 in the first half, and he had that 1-3, the only 3 for Neshannock. But Neshannock really lives at the line, and they haven't been able to get the calls, and they haven't been able to get to the line here in the first half. And I thought, really, and when you look here in the second half, that got to be part of the strategy. If they can get to the line, I mean, this team shoots over 70% as a team. That will be an opportunity to kind of inch back into this. They're not going to get a 17-0 run, most likely, but if they can get 3 or 4, 6, 8, 10 run moments here in the second half, they could be in it at that coming late in the fourth quarter, but it's going to take a lot of work to get there. It's going to have to start on the defensive side.
It is, and they're also going to have to try to contend with Curry to start the third quarter, who they really didn't allow any penetration in that first opening 5-6 minutes of the game, and that's such a strong part of this Neshannock offense, is getting to the bucket. Well, if you're going to deny that and force them to shoot outside, but then you're going to lock down outside and not really give them open looks. Neshannock had the right idea early in this game. They were moving the ball around, trying to find the open shooter, make the defense react, and they got a couple of times where somebody was open. The first time they turned the ball over, the second time they had a good look at the bucket and just didn't connect on the shot. So things can work in their favor, but they're going to have to figure out a way to get and attack the bucket with Curry in there as a rim protector, and that just has not worked out for him in the first half.
All right, we're going to take another timeout at halftime. When we come back, we'll get you ready to start the third quarter here from Franklin as the Knights lead the Lancers 36-17. You're watching NFHS and listening to on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
BMF Tax and Financial provides businesses and individual tax prep, advising, and consulting. With over 10 years of experience, BMF Tax provides you with big firm expertise with small firm service.
I'm Brandon Fisher, owner of BMF Tax and Financial. Together, we will help you get a better understanding of your taxes and build a relationship along the way. At BMF Tax, I want to take the stress away from taxes and allow you to focus on what you do best.
Call or visit bmftax.com to set up a free consultation. BMF Tax and Financial. Taxes made simple, life made easy.
Is trust. My father told me a long time ago, the definition of personal integrity, it's really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN. When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
And welcome back here to the Knights Castle in Franklin as the Franklin Knights lead Neshannock Lancers here at halftime, 36-17, as we get ready for tonight's second half. And surprisingly, both teams are not on the court right now. I know. I'm not sure what is the is there a medical? No, there looks like there's a medical emergency down here. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. So, yeah, that's why there's a delay.
And there was something going on towards the end of the first half, too, over on that side with somebody. You could see him starting to try to arrange to help somebody out there right at the end of the second quarter. And was kind of getting a little worried there because the play was starting to go in that side of the court. But fortunately here we're not going to have the
start of the second half yet. Yeah. Thought it was kind of unusual. I didn't see what was going on. But, well, with that, let me at least give you some information about who's bringing you tonight's ball game here on the Lawrence County SportsNet. Today's broadcast is brought to you by BMF Tax Financial. Brandon Fisher wants to help you learn more about your taxes and help you gain control over your finances. Follow him on Facebook at BMF Tax and check out his videos on how to become a BMF with your taxes. Well, I want to take a timeout here, and we'll just let those in charge take care of what they need to do, and we'll be back when we get ready for the start of the second half here from Franklin as the Knights lead the Lancers 36-17. You're watching NFHS basketball and listening to on the Lawrence County SportsNet. GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
If you're looking for quality concrete services, contact the experienced professionals at Doran Concrete. Our company is family, locally owned and operated, and has been serving the community for over 30 years. Get residential or commercial concrete services for any size job. Our skilled professionals offer prompt and reliable services at an affordable price. We believe in the principles of honesty, integrity, and reliability. Get in touch with us for exceptional concrete services at prices that you can afford.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with a level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of their locations in Zenoleopol or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Bobby Fadden of Mohawk Basketball as the February LGKG Red Zone Male Athlete of the Month after the sophomore eclipsed the 1,000 career point mark in the WPIAA playoffs. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Tessa Cotalisi as the February LGKG Red Zone Female Athlete of the Month, Tessa becoming the first ever girls wrestling champion in the 148-pound division. Congratulations and best of luck to Mohawk's Bobby Fadden and Laurel's Tessa Cotalisi as the LGKG Athletes of the Month, presented by the Red Zone.
For more than 120 years, people have relied on Martin-Del-Hubble's preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
BMF Tax and Financial provides businesses and individual tax prep, advising, and consulting. With over 10 years of experience, BMF Tax provides you with big firm expertise with small firm service.
I'm Brandon Fisher, owner of BMF Tax and Financial. Together, we will help you get a better understanding of your taxes and build a relationship along the way. At BMF Tax, I want to take the stress away from taxes and allow you to focus on what you do best.
Call or visit bmftax.com to set up a free consultation. BMF Tax and Financial. Taxes made simple, life made easy.
And welcome back here to Franklin. Now both teams will be reassembling on the court here. They'll give a few minutes here to warm up before the start of the second half, as they took care of that medical emergency that happened over in the corner. Well, not too serious, it looks like, so we wish that person the best going forward. And again, I'll give me an opportunity to remind everybody tonight's game is being brought to you by BMF Tax Financial, serving small to medium-sized businesses and individual focus on building your financial legacy. Visit them online at bmftax.com and become a BMF with your taxes. Well, Eric, kind of an odd scenario where you get a little extra delay here at halftime. Is there any benefit for Neshannock there to kind of regroup after having such a tough first half?
No, I honestly think that if you're a team that's down 36-17, you want to be out on the floor fast and just get back at it and maybe try to score like an early round here in the third quarter. I'm not sure the delay helps you much. Maybe gives you a little bit of time to talk about some things if you want to switch up some defense or personnel, whatever the case might be. But I think you just want to get back out there and play. I think it benefits Neshannock in the sense that it keeps Franklin off the floor. But you want to be out there and stay fluid. And look, here's the thing that Neshannock's going to have to do. They're going to have to come out early. They're going to have to get 2 or 3 stops, hit a couple of big baskets. One of them probably should be from 3, kind of those momentum-type three-pointers. Look, the easiest thing to do and the easiest way to shoot a 3 is off an offensive rebound. Crash the glass, kick the ball out. Nobody can react to it, shoot the ball. I've said that a million times this season. They need to be more aggressive on the glass. They need to be more aggressive defensively. And some things just kind of stick in my mind, and like that play that Buckley had where he came right up behind David Klott and just took the ball and went right to the basket, uncontested the other way. That kind of sticks in my mind a little bit in this game. And, there needed to be a little bit stronger effort on plays like that as this thing was starting to get out of hand. And they're going to have to really come out early in this third quarter and start to show that effort and work their way back in this game if they can.
I think Neshannock, more than anything, really got tripped up early how tight this game was called early in the first quarter, and just took a while to really kind of like a boxer filling out what to be expected and how the game is going to be called. It took maybe the first 4 minutes of the first quarter before they really settled down, because even early on, both teams struggled. Matter of fact, I think we only had 1 point on the scoreboard through the first 2.5 minutes of the first quarter.
And where we're going to see Mohawk later tonight when they take on Monito, and where Mohawk can get up and down the floor and Bobby Fadden likes to penetrate and those type of things, and they're more of a transition-oriented team in a lot of cases. This Neshannock team is not. They're more of a half-court style, play at a good pace, move the ball, take efficient shots, attack the basket, find open shooters, that type of style. And if you're going to get into a game where you think you can divert from something a little bit and do something else and maybe attack the basket a little bit more, the way this game was called early on, I mean, there have been a lot. This is not why, and you have to stress that, this is not why Neshannock is down in this game. But I think you're right. The way that this thing was called early on both ends.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you're calling charges that are not charges, and then charges that are blatant charges are going down as no calls. And it's like, what are we doing on the floor here? These guys the referees need to feel these games out and not try to assert some authority right away unless it's completely egregious, and then tighten up a little bit as the game goes on. Once you get an idea for how the style is of these teams and how they play, then maybe start to call some things. And they decided right away they wanted to influence a little bit of that first half, and I think it Franklin learned how to play around it, and Neshannock, I think, let it simmer and then kind of get to him a little bit longer.
Looking at Neshannock, a team that you and I have seen a few times this year, one time we noticed when they did get down, at halftime, a significant number, what they were able to do in the third quarter was really take advantage of driving to the hoop and getting to the line and scoring with the clock stopped and really chipping into their opponent's lead when they took on Mohawk. That got them back into that game at time. It might be some of the same type of strategy you're going to be looking here at halftime, or I should say heading into the third quarter when you're trailing by this number.
Yeah, I think you're right about that, and there needs to be a bit of a resiliency that this team shows here early on. There's going to be a really important stretch from, I'd say that right from the start of the third quarter till about the 5-minute mark of the third. And if Neshannock shows some improved effort and chips away without letting Franklin extend their lead, I think you might be in for a little bit tighter of a game down the stretch. It's obviously going to be important to see how these guys call the game here to start the second half, too, because if they're going to be as tight as they were to begin it, then we might have a little bit of a lengthy a lengthy draw.
Let's give it a little shout out to the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. SportsNet is one of the many great programs on LCAP, and there are hundreds of other programs dedicated to improving the quality of life around Lawrence County. For more information, you can find out and how you can help at www.lcap, that's LCCAP.org.
We're not going to have a lot of scores in the 3A bracket because most of the games, there's 5 games going on right now, and we'll try to find updates for you as we can. But most of the action starts 3, 4, and then later on at 6 o'clock. But one update in the 6A boys bracket, and they're at halftime at Upper St. Clair, where the WPIAA champion Upper St. Clair is down 10 to Central Dauphin, 29-19. After one quarter, Central Dauphin had a 16-3 lead, much like this game started, but Upper St. Clair showing a little bit of fight, used a 12-1 run to close out the first half.
It'll be interesting to keep an eye on that one as we progress in here. After this halftime delay, if you're just joining us, it's 36-17 lead here for the Knights. We went to halftime about a half hour ago. Unfortunately, there was a medical scenario or a medical emergency down close to the floor on the other side of the court, and they had to take care of that situation first, and both teams stayed in the locker room for an extended time, and just recently came out in the last 3-4 minutes and started warming up here for the second half. So we are just about 2 minutes away here from the start of the second half, and a scenario where I'm just kind of watching the Lancers. They seem confident. I mean, they're relaxed. They know each other. They're doing well. They're just, you don't see any panic in their eyes, even though they're trailing in this ball game. It'll be interesting to see how they handle this third quarter. Really going to determine. You only got 16 minutes left. You really got to make every possession count.
You do, and you're going to have to, again, first 2 minutes, come out, stop, crash the glass, get good shots, hit a couple of buckets. Let Franklin know that you're going to hang around a little bit here in this game and make it a little bit uncomfortable for them, and then see if you can get that momentum to seesaw in your direction.
I had a chance to talk to Jason Fumer before the game, and Coach Fumer for Franklin mentioned that they won 34 straight games in District 10 and had a hiccup in the District 10 finals this past year, but they previously won 3 straight District 10s. And this is a team that's been around for a while and knows each other and knows their interests inside and out, and that's a heck of an advantage when you can have players play along that many years in a row and have that much success.
Yeah, it is. And just another quick reminder too. I mean, the Neshannock team was down 16 to Oil City in last year's tournament,
right,
and they were able to rally. So similar situation, but you're right about that. I mean, that kind of speaks to the longevity here. This school is sort of tucked up in a part of the state where sometimes you don't realize what schools like Franklin, Newcastle, no knock on them, but like Newcastle and some of those teams that are up towards the border a little bit more, sometimes you have to kind of stand back and actually be in their gym and look around and go, man, this team's had a lot of success.
Yeah.
They've done a lot of great things. I mean, I honestly completely slipped my mind. I knew Franklin had won some state titles, but didn't, was there in 2006 when they won one, and I thought, man, I was actually at that game, and it's kind of like
legendary coach Bill Hager leading that team.
So much you focus on other areas of the state that you tend to sometimes forget.
Runner there by Wood, gets his own rebound, goes up strong, and he gets fouled. He'll go to the line with 7:45 here to play in the third quarter. So Wood's first shot from the line rolls in and out.
One of those three guys that we talked about, Curry, Wood, and Buckley.
And Wood splits the pair, and they have a 20-point lead here for Franklin. And they can bounce pass it inside to Bonner. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul on Buckley. And that is Buckley's first. So Keith will throw it in from underneath the bucket. Gets it out to Quat. Quat gives it back over to Keith. Keith drives baseline. Goes it back out to Allison. They work it over to Bonner. He'll drive from the left side. Leans in on a little runner, up and good.
Good to see Bonner get his first points, and again, aggressive, going at the basket, good ball movement. They don't waste a lot of time, and they get a high percentage shot at the bucket.
As Wood brings the ball out, gives it out to Payne. He'll try from the wing three. Shot no good.
And take a look at the Bonner play. It's the kind of aggression you want to see out of Neshannock here the rest of the way. Is attack the basket like that.
Curry with the ball, jump pass into the corner from the left side, drives the baseline. Now they give it back out to Buckley, over to Payne, to Curry. Curry loses control, gets the ball back, and he's going to travel with the ball as he made his first step with that, putting it on the ground. And the Lancers will try to cut into this 37-19 lead here for Franklin.
10th turnover for Franklin, each team with 10. Here's a good opportunity again for Neshannock. Let's work the ball, the possession, maybe go back to Bonner, go attack the basket, maybe draw Curry out. Somebody cuts, there's a little screen or a roll, and they go right at the basket.
And Quat takes it right in, and they're going to call Quat on a charge. That's the second time tonight Quat has been called on a charge. I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they were looking at that time either.
Yeah.
And again, you have the previous play where Bonner was more aggressive attacking the basket, and you got the flop from the player. You got the player on the defensive side to fall. Nothing called on that one. And this one, a little off kilter by Quad, and we're going the other way. It just doesn't it doesn't add up perfectly.
Wood with the ball, gives it over to Drayden, and he throws it inside. That is Drayden Wood. Ball's going to be tipped away. It'll stay with Franklin.
Here's another look at it again. Yeah. I
just don't see it.
When you're the play before that, in which Neshannock scored on, again, more of a charge than that.
They work it inside to Draylen Wood. He gets his first 2 points of the game. 39-19 lead here for Franklin. Give the ball back out to Anderton. Anderton over to Quat. Quat to Keith. Keith drives right side. Takes it down the lane, goes up strong. He'll pick up the foul and head to the line, shooting 2 here for the Lancers.
Got to make up some ground here if you're Neshannock, but look at everything has been at the bucket here in the first couple of minutes. They're trying to get their way back in here by attacking that basket, showing that they're not going to let Curry in that space inside dictate.
And he misses them both. 73% shooter from the line.
Cannot do that in this type of game.
Buckley throws it into the corner. They get it back out. Curry for 3. Swishes at home.
Boy, how good is this guy? I mean, he is a great defender and then able to step out and show the range.
Bonner for 3 to answer it. Good. Bonner with 5. Buckley with the ball in the forecourt. Buckley brings it back out, gives it over to Curry, over to Payne. Payne gives it back top of the key, gives it to Buckley, drives it down the lane. He'll stop. He'll throw it back out. That is Wood for 3.
Minutes to go.
44-22, a 22-point lead here for the Knights. This is a Ponchos Insurance timeout. And give us a chance to remind you tonight's broadcast is brought to you by BMF Tax Financial. Braden Fisher wants to help you learn more about taxes and help you gain control of your finances. Follow him on Facebook at BMF Tax. And just remind everybody after the game, we'll have the Maley Chiropractic play of the game and the MVP Insurance MVP of the game. And now Drayden Wood will be at the line, looking to complete the three-point play here with 5 minutes to play in the third. He looks and shoots and puts it in. The senior now at 5 points here tonight. As they bring the ball into the forecourt, Anderton with it. Throws left side, gives it to Wren. Bounce pass inside, stolen by Curry. Curry, bounce pass out front to Wood. Wood takes it underneath, goes underneath the basket, shot no good. Rebound there by Drayden Wood, and it's going to be a jump ball called with 4:44 here to play in the third. And the ball will go over to the Lancers.
Yeah, they're scrapping here in this third quarter. They're trying to show some toughness here. They got to get some buckets, though, some stops and buckets.
Wren from the corner, and he pass up the shot. They'll throw it down inside to Mozzocco. He'll work underneath, get the foul, and the ball won't fall in. But Jackson Mozzocco will go to the line shooting 2 here for the Lancers. Mozzocco, a 53% shooter from the line, puts the first one in.
Sopko's going to come back in for Neshannock, and he hasn't been an instant offense guy, but he's a more of a do-everything type of guy.
Definitely instant energy, though.
Yeah, exactly. In all aspects of the game, let's see if he can generate something, start this team to turn the corner here a little bit.
They get it out to Curry, working around the arc. Give it back out to Wood on the right wing. Wood dribbles with the left hand, goes left side. They give it back out from Erskine back to Wood. Wood at the line, takes the jumper, hits an air ball, picked up there by Sopko. Get it out to Bonner. Bonner brings the ball up. Goes it back to Anderton, but to Bonner. Over to Sopko. Back to Quat. Quat gives it over to Bonner on the right wing. Bonner drives into the lane. He stumbles, and they're going to get a charge. No, they're going to get a blocking foul. So used to saying charge there, Eric. But that time it is a blocking foul against Franklin. And a under 4 minute timeout with 3:45 here to play in the third. 45-24 lead for Franklin. You're watching NFHS.
As weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority. Going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MadorBonnerLaw.com for more information.
3 minutes, 45 seconds remaining here in the third. The Lancers 45-24. Anthony Bonner will throw it in here for the Lancers underneath the basket. Goes up top to Quat. Quat drives into the lane, has room on a runner, rolls it off the rim and in. Quat with 9 here tonight as they bring the ball up. Payne gives it over to Curry. Curry drives into the lane with the left hand, takes the shot, and a charge on Curry. That is number 4 on Curry.
Yeah, and also the 5th foul.
Oh, no, take that, number 3.
It's also the 5th foul, though, on Franklin here. So with 3:29, all Neshannock really needs to do here is continue to attack the basket, see if he can draw some contact and get to the line, too.
Yeah. Kwok gets the ball over to Anderton. Deep three. And on the front of the rim, no good. Rebound there by Buckley. Buckley brings it down into the lane. He's guarded there tight by Anderton. They throw it back out to Payne over into the corner. As they work it down, Payne takes it off the glass, good for 2.
He is such a good-looking guard. And, we said earlier how he quick catch and shoot. That time, the quick head fake, and then he knew he could get right to the bucket and a nifty layup.
They work it out to Anderton on the left wing. Get down in the corner to Bonner. Bonner brings it back out towards midcourt, top of the key. Bonner with the right hand, drives down the right side, takes it off the glass, good for 2.
He's having a good third quarter with 7. This is, this is maybe like 3 possessions away on the Neshannock side from making Franklin feel a little bit of sweat. Get stops on this end and make that happen.
Buckley takes it into the hole and puts it in for his 16th point of the game. And it's 49-28. Anderton hands it off to Bonner. Bonner drives left side, loses control, gets the ball back out after quad for 3, front of the rim, bounces around, no good. And they're going to get a foul on Mazzocco clearing out underneath.
No,
2 minutes, 3 seconds remaining.
Said that Neshannock had to make Franklin feel a little uncomfortable at times. And again, you watch this on the floor. Neshannock's playing better here in this third quarter, but they haven't made any ground up. I mean, we're right back at a 21-point lead. And you have to get stops. You have to frustrate the other team. You get these teams that get these bigger leads and you're trying to chip away at it, you can look better on offense, and that's fine. But if you can't make them uncomfortable on their offensive end, and your defense sort of set a little bit of a tempo, get a stop. You're not going to score on us. You're not going to get to the bucket on us. You're not going to have a big guy step out and hit a 3.
It's a long way back. It's difficult if you can't get those simple, I shouldn't say simple things, but core things done to give them an opportunity to trim into this lead. But you're right. It has been a difficult task here for Neshannock here tonight, as they have just been matched here by Franklin in everything they do. This senior-laden team for Franklin, on the court for Franklin is Payne, Curry, Buckley, Wood, and Draylen Wood. That is Jalen Wood, number 5, and Drayden Wood, number 15. For Franklin.
Winner of this game gets either Chestnut Ridge or Shady Side. That game doesn't tip until 4 o'clock, so we won't know. And right now, it's looking like Franklin. And, man, if they get this win today and the matchup favors them next, I mean, you're looking maybe at Deer Lakes in the quarters. What a game that would be.
Yeah. And it's still there by Neshannock as Mazzocco will pick up the foul as he was dribbling it out, and that is now the 6th team foul against Franklin, and that will put Jackson at the line shooting 2 here in the bonus.
That Deer Lakes team, remember, they had to slug it out with Elwood City just to get to the WPIAA final. I mean, a game really that Elwood City should have won. If we're being 100% honest, they should have won that game at the end of it. On the inbound pass, Deer Lakes makes a great play. And then you get to the final, and Burrell, who beat Mohawk, who we'll see later tonight, takes them basically all the way down to the end, too, in a spirited contest. That Deer Lakes team, even though they've been anointed one of the favorites, is
they've
showing a little wear.
Yeah,
they're showing a little wear and tear late in the season.
Yeah, they've won a lot of close games in overtime in the Whipple Championship. Buckley with the ball, gives it back out. That's that's Wood for a 3, no good. Wood's going to try again. Nope. He's going to dribble inside and now pull it back out. Gives it into Buckley. Buckley has the lane and his ball stripped. And he's going to step on the baseline and he'll turn it over here with 1:25 remaining here in the third.
Then the flip side of that argument, take a look at the replay and see him on the end line. The flip side of that argument is, okay, they won close games, so that means they're battle tested. That's the other problem.
Wren for 3, no good. Rebound there by Curry. Curry with a quick pass out. Gives it to Eskin. He'll try a three. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound there by Finland, and he's going to get hit on the arm going up, and he'll hit to the line shooting 2 here for Franklin with 1:09 remaining here in the third.
Quick catch and shoot out of that corner. Defense not there to react. And Franklin is doing its job here on the glass in this third quarter, really out-muscling Neshannock. You know, the other thing we've seen out of Neshannock, even though they've played better here in the second half of late, one and done on possessions. Got to get more rebounds. Only 1 rebound in the quarter for the Lancers.
And Finland hits them both. And it's 51-29 lead here for the Knights. Anderton into the corner. That is Wren driving baseline. Finds Mazzocco underneath. Goes up strong, and he's fouled. And Jackson Mazzocco will go back to the line again here for the Lancers.
Now this aggression is good for Neshannock, and this is, you know, a team that is going to bring a lot of talent back next year. Quat's only a sophomore. Sopko's a junior. Rind is only a junior. I haven't seen Gino Mazzocco today, but only a sophomore. Allison only a sophomore, and Anderton only a junior. This team's, you know, they're taking some medicine today. There's no question about it. This is going to be a good learning experience for this team going forward. There are a lot of vets back next year.
Curry with the ball in the forecourt. Goes left side, gets it over to Wood. Jalen Wood with the ball. Throws underneath for Buckley.
Oh.
Buckley with a nice reception underneath. Dribbles it out. Goes to the corner. We're going to 3 try up and good. That's by Eskin. And it's 54-31. Anderton gets the ball back over to Wren. Wren drives left baseline. Goes underneath, off the glass. Nice shot, no good. Rebound there by Mazzocco. He'll work it on the right side. Take a shot, no good. Rebound there by Buckley. He'll bring it out. Buckley on the move, passes across court. That's Jalen Wood for 3. And Wood puts it in.
Now, that's going to be too much for Neshannock to overcome. Made up no ground, giving up ground.
Anderton will try a deep 3 at the end of the quarter. He'll hit the rim and bounce away. We've played 3 quarters of a basketball game, and Franklin leads 57-31. You're watching the NFHS and listening to on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Castle Asphalt and Construction is driven to provide quality, cost-efficient pavement-related services to Western Pennsylvania. Every paving or construction service at Castle Asphalt begins with a thorough site inspection of the area to allow their team of professionals to become familiar with the unique conditions of your home or business. Once the site inspection is complete, Castle Asphalt provides you with a detailed plan of the design, cost, materials, and time of completion, so you know exactly what to expect during your construction. Visit castleasphalt.com to request a quote for your next project and make your dream design come to fruition.
For more than 120 years, people have relied on Martin-Del-Hubbell's preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
That's impressive. And welcome back here to Franklin as we have a running clock here in the fourth quarter. No? Okay. They started the clock running. That's what made me wonder. As they get the ball into Wood. A little clock error. That's what threw me off. And then the ball's going to be slapped away there by Neshannock, but picked up there by Wood. Work it underneath to give it out to Curry in the corner for 3. Rolls the rim, no good. Rebound there by Buckley. He's trapped underneath, but he goes up strong and puts it in for 2. Buckley with 18 here tonight. Leading all scores for Franklin and in the game. Anderton with underneath scoop, hits the rim and falls in. Nice play there by Anderton.
Buckley's been the best player on the floor tonight, Tim.
Yeah,
there's no question.
And there he is with another shot, no good. Rebound by Wren for Neshannock as they get it out to Keith.
He makes things look so effortlessly.
Mazzocco drives the lane and puts it in for 2.
Or effortless, I should say.
Yeah.
Like that one-handed catch. One-handed rebound, the way he extends and shoots over top defenders in traffic.
Ball's loose and going to be picked up in the backcourt by Keith. Keith then will get it back out to Anderton, give it over to Sopko for three. Cut! And with 6:45 remaining here in the fourth quarter, we get a 30-second timeout, a Pontius Insurance timeout, as it is the Knights 62 and the Lancers 38 here in the fourth quarter.
22 of 38 shooting for Franklin in this game today. They've shot over 50% in every single quarter.
Interesting little side note about Jason Fulmer, the head coach for Franklin. This is his second stint with the Franklin Knights. He had a 4-year run earlier, and previously to that, he got his start as a head coach at Oil City, which is Franklin's main rival, 8 miles up the road on Route 8. So he has had an interesting career, and like I said, he had a very successful 4 years early, and then took a little break, and then came back, asked to come back after they kind of ceremoniously asked him to take a break. And this Franklin Knight team is on fire here and has had an amazing run. As I mentioned earlier, 34 straight wins in the section, previously to the loss in the District 10 finals. 3 District 10 championships and a runner-up this past year. And now in the PIAA playoffs in the first round, up handling 59-38 here in the fourth quarter. As Wood will bring the ball up. Wood gives it out to Draylon Wood. And we got a whistle and a foul on Keith. Here with 6:35 here to play. That is the first team foul here in the fourth quarter.
Again, winner either Chestnut Ridge or Shady Side, neutral site on Wednesday. Excuse me. And then if Deer Lakes is able to navigate their little pod, could get a Franklin Deer Lakes quarterfinal. My goodness.
In and out on the three, but Curry cleans it up and puts it in for 2. Curry now in double figures with 10.
Yeah, really probably has close to a double-double, too.
There's Sopko for 3, front of the rim, no good. Rebound there by Draylon Wood. Draylon Wood. And we got a tie-up. I think that's what they called. Yep, jump ball, and it'll go over to the Lancers. They'll throw it up top, and it's going to be stolen away there by Jalen Wood. And we're going to get a whistle and a... stepped on the sideline? I think that's what they're calling. Yeah, he stepped on the sideline.
Turned it over right in front of the Neshannock bench. Getting those tight sidelines, and I'm surprised Franklin's had some of the issues they have today. This is their home floor. They're used to it.
They go outside. They work it inside to Mizako, and he's off the glass. No good. Rebound there by Curry. He outlets it to Eskin. Give it bounce pass out to Wood for 3. Shot taken, no good. Ball batted around. Draylon Wood gets the rebound, goes up strong, gets fouled. Draylon Wood will head the line shooting 2. He has 5 points here tonight. And that is Mizako's second, team second here in the fourth quarter. And that ball's going to rattle the rim and bounce out. And the score remains 61-38 lead here for Franklin. Drayden looks and shoots and puts it in. 62-38. Franklin with the lead. Bonner with the ball here for Neshannock into the forecourt.
Not going to be the way that Neshannock wants to end the season.
Sopko from the corner puts it in for 3.
It's 2 threes here in the fourth, but I'll tell you what, there's going to be a lot to look forward to with this baseball team for Neshannock in the spring.
They work it down low. Yeah, they have a fantastic program. Should be a lot of fun to see them this year. Looking forward to the baseball season. We're not that far away.
Doesn't feel like it today, but...
No, it doesn't. But
I agree with you.
It's kind of an exciting thought as basketball kind of winds its way down here in the PIAA championships. But there's a lot of basketball left in a lot of ways.
And, you know, we get through basketball and then through the spring season, you know what's coming right after that.
And then shot by Keith is no good. Rebound there by Franklin. Curry with the ball, drives into the lane. He'll spin and put it off the glass. Nice play again there by Curry.
Just using his body and his strength and that wingspan so well on both ends of the floor. He's been impressive to watch this afternoon.
Bounce pass out in the corner. That's Sopko again for three. Front of the rim, no good. Tries to get his own rebound. Ball's loose. Mazzocco gets it, get over to Sopko, goes underneath the basket, up for two. Sopko now with 8 here tonight. 64-43 lead. And a timeout here, a 30-second conscious assurance timeout taken by the Franklin Knights with 4:20 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Well, it's been impressive seeing this Knight team for the first time this season, and really you can see that senior-laden team, a team that's been together and had success throughout the last 4 seasons, showing some of its abilities here tonight. And yeah, impressive players, as you mentioned. Obviously, Cole Buckley leading all scorers with 18 here tonight. But then you look at Damon Curry, what he brings in, and DeMarco Payne has had a nice game. He had a couple threes early in the game.
You're talking Buckley at 6'3", Curry at 6'5", and then you throw Drayden Payne in there at 6 foot. I mean, this team just has a lot of things that other teams tend to not. Maybe they have one guy like that, but not the offensive and defensive prowess of 3 of them at that size.
Curry drives into the lane, takes the shot, no good. Rebound there by Drayden Wood as the ball's loose on the floor, picked up there by Franklin, throws it into the middle. It's still loose, picked up there by the Lancers. That is Quat with it. He'll drive into the lane, and the point is good, and they'll send Davey Quat to the line.
So now it's a block, huh?
Oh. Yeah.
Would have been a charge in the first 2 minutes of this game. Now it's a block.
Well, one thing we can say that has been consistent is the inconsistency. And with that, we'll take a timeout. You're watching NFHS and the Lawrence County SportsNet.
BMF Tax and Financial provides businesses and individual tax prep, advising, and consulting. With over 10 years of experience, BMF Tax provides you with big firm expertise with small firm service.
I'm Brandon Fisher, owner of BMF Tax and Financial. Together, we will help you get a better understanding of your taxes and build a relationship along the way. At BMF Tax, I want to take the stress away from taxes and allow you to focus on what you do best.
Call or visit bmftax.com to set up a free consultation. BMF Tax and Financial. Taxes made simple, life made easy. Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
3 minutes, 58 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Earlier today that I was given is that Talon Anderton's father played for Franklin back in the 90s, I believe it was, and had one of the most successful careers here at that time. And now his son playing for Neshannock.
Yeah, he was actually
an All-State
player. There was another guy in that All-State team that you might know the name of, Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, not too shabby. As they bring the ball down court, they work it underneath it, and Anderton intercepts the ball, knocks it out of bounds, but keeps control of it, and they said knock it off a Franklin player. And we'll go over to the Lancers with 3:51 here to play.
Final in the girls' side in 1A, defending state champion Union, 59-18 over Port Allegheny.
They work it. Yeah, I'll tell you, they're a fun team to watch, aren't they? As they roll it in, a little runner there by Quat, no good. Ball on the bound, picked up there by Franklin. And Curry with the ball, goes over to Buckley. Buckley Over, down underneath. They get it into Buckley. Goes underneath. Shot taken, no good. Rebound, gets it out to Bonner. Bonner's going to lose control of the ball, but it goes into the corner, and let's see what it's going to stay with the Lancers. As the ball, you can see on that replay, get a little loose and get knocked out of bounds.
Not really sure that there's a heavy favorite in the 3A bracket. I think a lot of it is throw a dart. Loyalsock, one loss this season out of District 4. Riverside had a pretty good season out of District 2. This is a wide open, as wide open as any of them are of the 6.
They drive down baseline, lose control, picked up there by Franklin. Get it out to Buckley. Bounce pass over to Wood.
That Loyalsock team's had a really good run. Trinity out of District 3, usually a powerhouse there. They lost to Columbia in the district championship game. But they might be a threat somewhere on the eastern side.
Buckley is going to get fouled there by Mazzocco on the reach-in. Neither team in foul trouble here in the fourth quarter.
Math, civics, and science out of District 12. Sometimes you look at those records, they're 17-10, but if you look at who they played.
Yeah.
In the public league, that's not a 17-10 team, so they're probably going to be the team that's pegged as the favorite.
Wood gets fouled driving to the lane there, and he will go to the line shooting 2. Jalen Wood in double figures with 11 right now.
Out here, in the western side, that's the 5th foul on Quat, so he is gone. So finished with 12 points here this afternoon. Out here, there exists a world somewhere in which we could see a team like Franklin make a run. I think for sure make a run. I think you could see Mohawk maybe make a run.
Yeah.
They have the offensive ability. It's just a matter of if it's all going to click
at the right time. Yeah. Right. Wood's shot is up and good. 65-46 lead here for Franklin. As they drive the lane, and his shot is up and good with the foul as Anderton will go to the line looking to complete the three-point play.
Never know elsewhere. They're going to have a tough matchup this afternoon, but, you got a kid like Joseph Roth who can just dump points in. You never know if it's March and he says, get on my back, we're going on a deep run. You never know.
There's a whistle and a foul as Bonner is going to get caught reaching in. And that is foul number 5, so they'll go to the line shooting 2 here.
Neshannock might try to extend this game as much as they can here in the next 2:21, even though there's 5 fouls on the board.
Here's the first shot is up and good there by DeMarco Payne. One more free throw. We'll put them in double figures here tonight. And it's good. 67-49 lead here for the Knights. Anderton with the ball in the forecourt here for the Lancers. Goes over to Bonner on the right wing. Gets it back from Anderton. Throws cross court to Keith. Drives baseline. Gets it back out. As they work it down to Sopko. Sopko gives it back to Bonner. Under 2 minutes here to play in the fourth quarter. As they drive the lane, they're going to get a whistle and a foul as Anderton got tripped up a little bit. That is against Cole Buckley. That's his 4th. As they give it over to Sopko, top of the key, 3. Good. Sopko with 11 here tonight.
All of them in the second half, too. All of them in the fourth quarter. Again, that effort, had they gotten that when needing a bucket, outcome of this game might be a little bit different.
Curry drives in and takes a roll shot, no good. Rebound there by Sopko. He'll outlet it to Keith. Keith drives inside, makes a Euro step, takes it to the hole, And shot no good, but it'll put L.J. Keith at the line shooting 2 here. Minute 20 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Don't forget, we'll have Mohawk and Monito coming up at 6 o'clock tonight. That game will be down at Monito. James Dotson and I will be there for that one. And that'll conclude our coverage for the weekend. But we got 3 at least moving on right now, both Union teams. And we got the Neshannock girls who are still alive. So we'll have action on Tuesday night. And if Mohawk wins, we'll have 2 more on Wednesday night.
Well, see how it all pans out here today. Shot is up and good as he splits the pair and L.J. Keith. And he will come out after a very gallant game here tonight as he'll finish with 5 points. 67-53. Just to remind everybody, we have the Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game Award and the MVP of the Game Award coming up after tonight's final score. Buckley with the ball. Gives it over to Curry. And a whistle and a foul. And 2 shots coming up here for Damon Curry. That's the fun thing about the tournament. You get to look forward to potential matchups that are coming down the road and see how it all, transpires to get there. And it should be a fun ride.
And we will have the Elwood City game coming up here at 3 o'clock as well. That's going to start in about 20 minutes. That'll be a really interesting matchup as they're going to empty the bench on the Franklin side. Elwood City taking on Westmont Hilltop. That game is at Westmont, 3 o'clock. The winner of that's going to get the winner of Monito and Mohawk. So maybe we get an Elwood Mohawk matchup on Wednesday night. That'd be pretty interesting to see that. We'll see.
Yeah. Lancers with the ball. They bounce it in the corner to Wren. He'll take a 3. Shot taken, no good. Ball run down there by Allison. Gives it over to Sopko. Sopko stops inside the arc. Gives it back out to Allison as it bounces it out to Sopko. Down to 30 seconds here to play in tonight's game. That is Furry as he takes a roller. Shot taken, no good. Gets his rebound. He'll turn around jumper. Up and good there by Grayson Furry. So Curry brings the ball up here for Franklin. Gives it over to Wood. And we're down to 12 seconds. Give it back out to Curry. Under 10. And the Franklin Knights will dribble this out as they'll come away with a very impressive 69-55 victory here tonight at the Knights Castle as they defeat Neshannock 69-55 here in the first round of the PIAA 3A Boys Championships. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back with our Tri-County Principals post-game show. You're watching NFHS and listening to on the Lawrence County Sports Network.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Madur and David Verratti want to provide you with a level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenopleople or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win, proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
For 20 years, Maley Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Maley Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Maley Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
And welcome back to our Tri-County Principals post-game show as the Franklin Knights come away with a first-round victory in the PIAA 3A Boys Championship with a 69-55 victory over Neshannock. Neshannock just never got things going in the first quarter, or actually in the first half, had really a difficult time getting loose here tonight as Franklin got out to an early lead and just built upon it from that point on and really just kept the pressure on throughout tonight's ball game. It was a game where, in the end, you look at the stats, Neshannock had nice scoring. You know, they got contribution from their players. They just got behind big, and they really could never make that distance back up.
No, they couldn't. And, you know, again, the length, the experience of this Franklin team, a little bit too much to overcome if you're Neshannock. A lot to look forward to with this team. It's a young core for the most part. Bring a lot of talent back next season. But, you know, they got to learn how to play these games. And the only way you can learn how to play them is if you're in them.
Exactly. I mean, it was a tough end of the season for them, losing 3 straight. But, you know, in a scenario was they got into the playoffs in the Whipple. They played great. They ran into one of their chief rivals in Mohawk in the consolation game. And that was, you and I seen that game. All three of us did. And I mean, it was a phenomenal game from both schools that day. And it's just, you know, Mohawk had a little bit more. And then tonight they just ran into what I think may be one of the really premier teams here in 3A. It's going to be interesting to see how far Franklin can make a run. They were impressive here tonight. When you look at what they did with Cole Buckley leading the way with 18 points. They had 10 from DeMarco Payne. They had 12 from Jalen Wood. They had 14 from Damon Curry. You know, we talked to Coach Jason Fulmer ahead of time, and he mentioned that he had 4 seniors score. And I think he seeing a typical night here from the Franklin Knights. Unlike what they had in the D10 championship game, he said they kind of just maybe didn't want it as much as they normally would and had it kind of an off night.
Well, and, you know, the other side of it, Tim, is that it's tough sometimes in the home court advantage also, but one of the other things about this side of things is that this Franklin team battle-tested themselves. The Neshannock played a good schedule too, but, I mean, you're talking Mars, Mohawk, Monato, and Aliquippa. Aliquippa is probably going to play for the 2A state championship in the Giants Center in a couple weeks. Mars, one of the favorites in 5A. You know, Mohawk in the playoffs. Monato in the playoffs. These are games that they played this season.
Really prepared them, yeah.
They really prepared themselves. They are an experienced team. And the other side of it is, again, not many teams can throw a threesome of Curry, Wood, and Buckley out there against you. And all of them score 4 of the 5 score in double figures. 80% of your starting 5 scores in double figures. Now, there's good balance on the Neshannock team, but they don't have that kind of balance. And that makes them a dangerous team, especially the way they shoot the ball, defend, rebound, and their size and their length in a wide-open western side of the bracket. I mean, there's no question that this Franklin team can make a run and they can get to a state championship, I think. You know, they, again, may have to go through Deer Lakes here in 2 more rounds, but I'm not saying that they're not the favorite in that game if they get matched up with Deer Lakes, a Deer Lakes team that, for whatever reason, has, you know, kind of found life tough here in recent games.
Yeah,
we'll see what they do today. But,
yeah, exactly. But, you know, it's a brand new tournament, a brand new opportunity for all teams, and it's an impressive start here for Franklin. Franklin scored 18 in the first, 18 in the second, 21 in the third, and finished the fourth quarter with 12 for 69. Neshannock with 8 in the first, 7 in the second, 17 at halftime, 14 in the third for 31, 24 in the fourth for 55. As you look at just the individual scoring for each team. Pretty impressive night. And then we have a couple awards to give away here. Eric, and our Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game Award is going to go to, I had it written down here. Let me get it back. It's going to go to Matthew Sopko. There it is. Go and read my scratch. It'll be all right. Matthew Sopko hit a couple threes in the third quarter and really try to help lead this attack in the fourth quarter here for the Lancers. And he will be tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game Award. Maley Chiropractic is proud to present the Play of the Game Award to Matthew Sopko of Neshannock. Maley Chiropractic and the Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Matthew tonight with tonight's Play of the Game. He'll receive a customized T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of tonight's Play of the Game. Video of tonight's Play of the Game may also be featured on the Trib Live high school sports standout platform on Twitter, also known as X, and Instagram. To view tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game, a full list of this season's top plays, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on Play of the Game. Congratulations again to Matthew Sopko for tonight's Play of the Game. And tonight's MVP Insurance MVP Game Award will go to number 30, Jackson Mazzocco, the senior, 5'10", forward center for Neshannock. The MVP is proud to present tonight's MVP of the Game Award to Jackson Mazzocco of Neshannock. MVP in the Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Jackson tonight for his MVP of the game and will receive a customized T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of being tonight's MVP of the game. To view a full list of this year's top MVPs, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on MVP of the game. Congratulations again to the senior, Jackson Mazzocco of Neshannock for tonight's MVP of the game. MVP Insurance. Call MVP for the win.
The only thing we know so far in the bracket is that Columbia in District 3 has eliminated Pickett Mastery. Don't have a final score on it, but we know that they won. So they're into the second round. The other 1 o'clock games today, Burrell and Bishop Guilfoyle. We're trying to find some scores here of the early games before we get off the air. And then we'll have a complete roundup of all the scores on our second game tonight as we're at Monito from Mohawk and Monito later tonight. But Bishop Guilfoyle and Burrell played at 1 o'clock. Elwood City and Westmont Hilltop is coming your way at 3 o'clock right here in the Lawrence County Sports Network and also the NFHS Network. Deer Lakes played Mercyhurst Prep at 1, and we're still searching for a final on that one. Then, of course, this game here between Franklin and Neshannock. Everything else is 3 o'clock, between 3 and 6 o'clock.
Well, Eric, always a pleasure.
We'll do it again.
Yeah, for our producer and extraordinary everything, James Dotson, I'm Tim Continenza, and that is Eric Thomas. Wishing you all a wonderful good day here from Franklin as the Franklin Knights come away with the victory 69-55 over the Neshannock Lancers. Have a great day, everyone.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.